Support Laneside. Get something cool.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of Laneside Reviews. As always, I'm the bearded beast, Rob Johnson, joined once again by Scoops Porter. And we've got some really exciting stuff to show you on this episode, so why don't we take it Laneside and see how it's stacked up.
Alright guys, here we are once again on the easiest of easy house shots. And of course, with the current global health crisis, we can only get one bowler in. Unfortunately, it is still Rob. But we are looking at the track Tempo today. Now, it's no secret that this ball is playing a little bit on a little bit of nostalgia, looking a lot like the original track Synergy with that beautiful green purling. But this ball is more of a benchmark ball than what we would have seen back with the old Synergy when it first came out all those years ago. As you can see, I'm playing this one pretty far up the lane for what you've seen from myself before. You can see I'm standing about 25 and getting it out pretty far out into the friction. And that's what I really like about this ball, is I was able to get on top of the friction and get a little bit more angle than what I normally would have from my other benchmarks. Now, you've seen, I guess we'll say a couple of good shots here, but inevitably we have to talk a little bit. I posted recently about having some problem with my thumb. I have some fairly thin skin because of some medication that I take, and because of some swelling and some shrinking, I had not put tape on my thumb, and unfortunately it led to that. You can see me there trying to rub that tape back onto my thumb, because I had ended up blowing out my thumb with a blister. Now, it has nothing to do with my fit and everything to do with my medication and me being stupid and trying to bowl without tape on my hand when my hand was obviously already swollen up. And this is kind of a tip for you guys who are out there, guys and girls, athletes. When you're bowling, no matter if you're going out for fun or you're going out to bowl, you should always go through the steps. If you're going to be participating in your sport, go through the steps of warming up, put on your protective materials, do things like you normally would so that you're not going to injure yourself while you're out there. Luckily, mine was only just a flesh wound. Just a flesh wound, 'tis a scratch. But I got a lot of flack online about it. People being like, oh, you don't have good fit, you don't have good fit. Well, no, I have a hand that swells and shrinks, and I have very thin skin, literally, that if I don't put tape on my hand when I start bowling, my hand gets ripped up. Oh well, it's my problem, not anybody else's. Anyway, back to the ball here. This Tempo, we saw a little bit of a higher RG core in it, and I really like the way that this gets the ball down lane. It makes it a lot easier, especially when the heads start to get burned up, or you're seeing a lot of friction in the front. Say you're on older lanes that have seen a lot of bowling or a lot of wear and tear like wood. It allows the ball to get a little bit farther down lane before it really starts to spin up. Now, on this one, we're seeing an RG of 2.560 and a differential of 0.38. So this ball gets fairly far down lane naturally before you change its dynamics with drilling. The core naturally wants to get farther down lane and not spin up as fast, retaining more energy for where the friction is down lane. Byproducts, doesn't roll out as fast in the front of the lane, doesn't see the friction as fast, and it tends to have more energy at the break point. So you've seen when I actually keep the ball on my hand, the ball has a fairly pronounced break point. So if you're looking at, say, building an arsenal, whoa! Gotta keep that one on your hand, Rob. You can see I'm still fiddling with it. But when you're building when I build an arsenal, at least, I like to have a benchmark ball, and then I like to have an equal pearl version or shined version, so that if one is looking too early or too smooth, I have something with the same amount of hook that I can then move into, open the lane up a little bit, and take advantage of the friction and entry angle to get more carry. We saw a shot a couple shots ago where I was pretty face on it and caved in the 4-7. And that was all entry angle, 100% all entry angle. See that? You can see it get down lane. It saw the friction, boom, like it gets kicked. And that's that cover core combination, getting the ball down lane with more energy at the break point. So here we have my benchmark. This is my Intel, the one that I've based everything off of the last few reviews. So you can see how smooth that one is, playing a little bit farther out. People complained that I wasn't playing out far enough towards the friction, so I moved over. And now you can see I'm about 2 boards left with the Synergy, and it's just slightly more angular down lane, but the hook is almost identical. So perfect for a 1-2 combination for benchmark balls. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a show. So until next time, guys, we'll see you laneside.